didn't know you could fish here.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that? What is that?
It's called a video camera.
Oh,
I didn't know you could fish here.
You can?
You can?
Yeah.
What are you fishing for?
Are you videotaping me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're in public, I can.
Well, I know you can. I'm not challenging your right. I just want to know why you
I find it interesting that you're fishing in Central Park.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely allowed.
Okay.
It's allowed in 3 ponds. It's allowed in the pond.
I've never seen anybody fish here before. I videotaped that which I find interesting and unique about the city of New York.
Well, it's a good thing. Yeah, you can. You can go right on the Central Park website, and it'll tell you can fish in the mirror.
Yeah, no, I'm not challenging the fact that you can. I'm just curious. I've never seen anybody fishing.
It's not very good fishing, and there are too many people around.
What kind of fish are there?
There are largemouth bass.
In this thing here?
Yep.
And what do you use for bait?
I fly fish, so I use flies.
Do you catch the flies yourself?
No, flies are... I'll show you.
Oh, those are the things you make.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, the string. I'm stupid. I don't fly fish.
It's all right. Most people don't.
I've been like deep seawater, deep sea fishing on party boats and such, friends' boats. Oh, okay.
See, and you tie them.
Yeah. You tie your own flies?
I do, yeah.
You do? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in California.
Yeah, you did a lot of fly fishing out there?
Not really.
No?
But I learned in later life, and it's a great pleasure and a great sport.
It's like relaxing, right?
Very. And,
You live in New York now?
No. Well, I do live here part-time, actually.
Okay.
I can tell by your manner that you're from New York.
Get the hell out of here. Is it my accent?
It's everything about you, I would say. So when you videotape people, and I don't mind,
right?
But I bet you some people do.
Yeah, they assault me sometimes.
Is that true?
Yeah. It makes for a good video, though.
What do you do with the video?
I put it up on my channel. I have a lot of people that follow me.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's great.
I have about 15,000 people that follow me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
What's your channel called?
Well, my YouTube channel is Joseph Butsky. But are you on Twitter?
No. Why do you call it Joseph Butsky?
Well, it's a long story, but I go by the name Joey Boots, and I needed to change my name at one point.
Why?
I needed to sound Israeli, because I was going live on CNN.
For what?
I was as an eyewitness to a shooting at the El Al ticket counter at LAX airport.
I remember it.
Yeah. I was the first live witness on the air with CNN. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I was in my apartment on Long Island, but I called in as an eyewitness to CNN.
Oh.
So I needed to change my name, and I changed it to Joseph Butsky, eyewitness. I wanted to sound like I was supposed to be getting on El Al Airlines.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. That's what I do. I do funny stuff.
Have you been to Israel?
Never. I want to go. Yeah. I do a lot of funny stuff, though. One of the things is I prank the media.
Really?
Yeah, I mess with them. I'm like kind of a media terrorist.
What's your favorite cable channel?
My favorite to like actually watch news? Yes. CNN. I watch them the most. I also like Current. Current TV's good. They have a lot of interesting angles. It's very left, though.
It is. Do you like Overman?
I like Keith. He's good. He's not with Current anymore, though.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
You watch Fox?
I watch Fox. I like to get my news from all over, and then I make up my mind in between all that.
That's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's worked out for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Hey, what's up? It's Joey, and I just got home and I editing that video that you just watched. Turns out the guy is Tucker Carlson from Fox News. I just didn't recognize him because he didn't have on the snazzy bow tie that he always wears. Even when he left, I was like, what do you do for a living? He's like, I work in media. I'm like, do you work with Fox News? He's like, no. And then I asked him, tell him where he can get the video. I was like, are you on Twitter? And he's like, no. But it turns out he is, and he's got like 150,000 followers. So, Tucker, I found out who you are. Also, you can fish in that lake. It's just catch and release, and you can't use 2-prong hooks. But how odd is that? That, I met up with this guy who I didn't even know who he was. I just knew he was some random New Yorker fly fishing in the middle of the city, which is really cool, by the way. Looked very relaxing, like he said. And I told him that CNN story when he asked about my YouTube channels and how I got that name. And I told him, Joseph Butsky, CNN, LL, ticket counter at LAX, shooting. He's like, yeah, I remember that. And Baba Booey. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a media terrorist. And it turns out it's, it's a guy from Fox News. Very odd. This is an odd moment. It's one of the oddest videos I probably shot. It's a weird moment. But it was, I also told that CNN story when I ate over my friend's house, his parents' house for this past Thanksgiving. I told that CNN story. It came up, and his father was a professor of journalism at Columbia, but also turns out he's like, the director of the Pulitzer Prize. And I don't think I'm going to be going back to that household again. I'm not going to be invited back again for Thanksgiving.
Cool, ready for takeoff.
What the? Who are you supposed to be?
Well, I'm Incrediboy.
What? No. You're that kid from the fan club.
My name is Incrediboy.
Look, I've been nice. I've stood for photos, signed every scrap of paper you pushed at me, but this is...
I'm your #1 fan!
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Careful who your heroes are. You just might meet them someday, my grandmother used to say. And, well, what that belies is that your heroes may disappoint you. And they may be mean, and they may be jerks, or they may be crazy, or they may not be what you thought they were. And that happens all the time, especially in, like, Hollywood, or if you ever watch these stars behind the scenes, when they're not on TV or surrounded by a bunch of handlers, they're insane. Have you been checking out what's been happening to Britney Spears lately? Yikes. So it is wonderful to see real heroes and famous people behave in a human capacity and with human decency, which is what you see here in that home video clip with Tucker from a guy named Joey Boots. We went through and actually found Joey Boots on Twitter. He has a public profile, not doxing anyone. He's got 22,000 followers. He's an Army vet, and he went around filming people in Central Park. No crime in that, I suppose. He tweeted this in 2013, April 13th of 2013. I had no idea you could fish in Central Park. This guy can. He says he works in the media. Anybody know him? And he has his photo of Tucker Carlson fly fishing in Central Park with his, Adidas here? Asics. Total dad move. Fly fishing in Central Park, actually. And it was an incredible back and forth where Tucker Carlson just kind of behaves like a human being, just kind, to this individual who's shoving a camera in his face. And I don't think this individual had any political, he was just asking legitimate questions, doesn't have any, doesn't going after Tucker Carlson, mean and nasty. But everybody these days knows that there's a camera in your pocket every single time. In 2013, it was different. Not everybody had a smartphone, iPhones didn't even have cameras. So Tucker Carlson being so generous with his time and then going through and showing this Joey Boots guy for 5 minutes his rods and reels and flies and describing what fly fishing is to this genuinely curious individual. It's just humanity. It's just humanity on display. Tucker Carlson was a famous person back then. Maybe not as famous as he is now, but he still had successful shows on ABC. He still had successful shows on CNN. Tucker Carlson was a regular on TV and a famous person back in 2013 as well as today. And so he had every right to blow this person off or to think this person was out to get him, but instead Tucker Carlson behaved like a human being with decency and aplomb. I've watched and worked for Tucker Carlson at a website that he owned during these days. It's called The Daily Caller, and this was a website that Tucker Carlson founded. And late into the night, Tucker Carlson would work, as would I. We shared an elevator and a lot of conversations together as we would leave the building. And one evening, Tucker Carlson and I were joined in the elevator by 3 Guatemalan cleaning ladies. Those cleaning ladies were interested in Tucker. They think they knew he was famous. He had his Fox show at the time. And they said, hey, can we get a photo of you in broken English? And Tucker Carlson stopped right then and there and took photos with them, asked them 7 minutes of personal questions, talked with them, and I just sort of stood back in awe. Tucker Carlson was powerful enough to command a meeting with the president at the time, and the White House was just 3 blocks down the road. But instead he's sitting there taking the time to listen to and speak to people who can barely speak English and be kind to them. That's the part they don't want to tell you about Tucker Carlson. Humanity still matters. Who you are as a person matters. And so what Fox News did to Tucker, doing him dirty, not letting him sign off, not letting him speak with his audience, that's wrong. Tucker Carlson's a good person. He deserves better, and I think he'll get better. The people know. We know. God bless you. This is how we save America. Like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Benny. See ya. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please punch the subscribe button, click like, and ring the little bell so that you know when we're live. Don't you want to know when we're live? And make sure that you subscribe to our email list just in case the plug gets pulled, as tends to happen. If you want to see more of our videos, click here or here. My name is Benny Johnson. Stay free, Base Patriots.